Everyone, this is Kimberly Shipley. I hope y'all are doing great today. I just wanted to come on here and make a little video. I've been actually trying to rest a little bit today. Again, and just yesterday I had done a big grocery shopping haul. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. Big grocery store, 3 different stores. But today, since I got me a new shelf, I wanted to take the time to get some of my collectibles. I put books on it. My books is on one shelf, Caleb's is on another, but I also have some collectibles that I display. That's things from my childhood that I really liked when I was a kid. And I mean, we all have our things we enjoy collecting, or most of us does. So these are mine. And well, I'd just like to share some of that with y'all. What I've been doing today ain't really, it's very time consuming, very laid back, but time consuming. It takes a lot of time to do this the proper way. For one, I had all my collectibles where I didn't have nowhere to set them on. I had them in a back room where I had them like stored back. Of course, they collected dust and stuff. And so I wanted to get that out, clean all my stuff up, and try to get it back on display like it should be. Since now I had a shelf to put a lot of it on. And because I just really didn't have nowhere to display it properly. So anyway, that's what I've been trying to do. And one thing I'll share with you, I've got some more things. I've got some trading cards, never been opened, a couple of puzzles, but it was from my favorite TV show. And I thought I'd just talk about this with y'all guys today for today's video and just share it with y'all. It's what I've been doing today, but again, it's a slow process, so I didn't want to get that on video. But I'll just tell y'all what I've been doing. And anyway, first of all, this is a V doll. And it's from a TV show from the 1980s. I don't know if anybody remembers this, but when I was like 11 or so years old, 12, I love this show. I don't know why, but I did. It was just entertaining. I love the actors in it, enjoyed, watching it. These are aliens from outer space. Their goal was they came down here in peace, they told us. So they're peaceful aliens, all right. But that's what they told us here, the people on Earth. So, but as you can see, they had a face like us. And there's what the aliens look like on the TV show. But you take off their face, their human looking form face was like a mask. And you take it off, and that's what they look like. They're a lizard, as you can see in the box. And that's kind of what they look like. But here's a showing with two people together. We come in peace. We're here. We're here to help you. Well, they come to find out later in the show, if you've never watched it, when you watch the show a little bit, it was a 2-hour miniseries, two of them. The very first original one was 4 hours, I think. The next one was like an 8-hour miniseries. I think it went over a course of 5 days. Then it became a TV series. V did. V for visitors, V the TV show. And again, this is very early 1980s. I was young. And I think even the original show, miniseries, the first one, they said that year beat the World Series. People watching it, or people watch that first miniseries that came out when they did that year at the World Series. I remember reading about that once. But anyway, the box does have a little hole in it, but he's never been took out of the box. He does work. I did put my hand back in there. His tongue actually flickers in and out, like he's snapping his tongue at you, because their tongues where their lizard comes out longer than, it comes out like a lizard does because they're a lizard. But anyway, they came in peace. And that's what they told the humans there when, they first came. But we come to find out, us humans did, we grouped together. That's a resistance they had. And they grouped together and they found out they was not coming in peace. They was starting to put us on their mothership, gathering up people, and we was their food. So they came here to process us as the humans for food, and they was taking our water and putting the water on the motherships. I know, right? I mean, crazy. And this is like, I don't know if you remember it, but it was really good. I loved it in the 1980s. So I have several things. I have some books from it. This is my favorite possession from V. One day, I'm hoping to go to a Comic Con, and I'll have to pay him, of course, for an autograph. But Robert Englund, the one that plays Freddy Krueger, everybody knows Freddy Krueger, and Robert Englund from that. But actually, Robert Englund, he was a visitor on this TV show, so he was one of these, and that's the reason I want his autograph. He was a good visitor. He was actually a vegetarian, and he couldn't say properly the word because he was from outer space, and he would say vegetarian instead of veterinarian instead of vegetarian. It was so funny. I mean, back then to me it was. So anyway, he I would love to one day go to a Comic Con, and since Robert Englund, before he became Freddy Krueger, famous for that big role, he was a visitor on that show again. So I would love for him to sign this. And I know it will cost because Robert Englund's a very seriously famous man, and is Freddy Krueger because he done all the Freddy Krueger shows. And but he was like nothing like Freddy Krueger. He was like a super sweet actor on this show. Everybody loved. His name was Willie on the show. He was a visitor. That was his human name, was Willie, and he was just this sweet little nice guy. And he didn't want the people. He would eat, salad or whatever. He didn't want the human meat. So he became friends with us. We captured him, and they found out he's a vegetarian, or according to Willie, veterinarian. And anyway, so I would love for Robert Englund to sign my doll. But again, that's one day in the future. Um, I have a little storybook from the Waltons. And if you go back and look a few years ago in my videos, anybody that knows me knows I love the Waltons too. I grew up watching them when I was really tiny. I was probably 5 years old when I started watching the Waltons. And anyway, I have a little golden book. And if you know the Waltons TV show, you remember the youngest one, Elizabeth. Well, the golden book is about her. It's I think my birthday gift. It's Elizabeth's birthday. So since the book was about her, when I got to meet her real name is Cami Coulter. When I got to meet Cami, the one that played Elizabeth Walton, and I'll tell you, every one of the Waltons guys, if you ever get to meet them, oh my goodness, they are such sweet, sweet people. They are for real the same as they was on that show, as kind as they was on the show. They are like that in real life. We would, some of me and them, and even their friends. Cami had a friend. This girl, she's like, I'm Cami's best friend. She came over because we're all very, very not far in age, within let's say 8 years or so. And she's like, will you come over here and talk to me? And me and her just sat back. Of course, Cami was signing autographs, so her friend couldn't talk to her. She's like, I'm Cami's best friend and stuff, and let's talk and all that. She was super sweet too. But anyway, Cami signed Elizabeth Walton, Cami Coulter. She signed my little golden book. And so that's another treasure I have in my cabinet, or on my shelf. I mean, not cabinet, but shelf. And my V doll, in which one day I'd love to have Robert Englund to sign that, because, and again, probably Robert Englund is Freddy Krueger. That was what he's famous for. But he does come to a Comic Con. He has been before. I didn't get to do it because I didn't have the money at that time. That was just right after Michael had passed away. He had come to a Comic Con, and I just didn't have the extra money to spare. And his autograph was either $100 or $150. But to me, to have him to sign this one thing would be worth it. I know you don't want to spend that much money, but it would just be a treasure to have him to sign that, because that was my favorite show. So anyway, get off that subject. Another collectible was, and also the Waltons. I've got some displays on my shelf for that. But I grew up, she's upside down. I grew up with strawberry shortcake. And this is my one in the original box. I do have some open ones and some different type of strawberry shortcake dolls. And so I had to go through wash her clothes. Now hers is good because she's been in the box. But I had to go through the other ones that was open, wash their clothes, put them back on. These are tiny clothes, y'all. And I washed the dolls up and got them back on display. So that's another thing I've been doing. But this is one of my collectibles is Miss Strawberry Shortcake. And this is standard size. The box may look bigger. But she's, if you remember what the size of Strawberry Shortcake is, standard size, like all the figures was, this is standard size. And I'll put it up on my hand, that way you can see kind of the size. And and I won't open that one because it's never been opened. But I do have some, like I said, the open ones. And I took their clothes off, washed them, cleaned the dolls and all that, and got them on the shelf. Now, what I've been more working on this afternoon, I won't show the full body, but here's one of my Cabbage Patch dolls. I know I done took his clothes off because I cleaned the clothes first. I run them through the washing machine, light cycle, spray them down, and I want to clean his body because he's been in storage and get him cleaned up good. But this is a preemie Cabbage Patch dolls from 1982. And of course, I was raised on Cabbage Patch. You know, I was in that time frame. I was one of those little kids. Now I have another doll. That one's been already set out. He's done been cleaned. He's in my bedroom. But this one goes in the living room on display. So anything that's going to come in the living room, that's what I've been working on today. But anyway, I was there in that baby boom area that year that when everybody was wanting a Cabbage Patch doll, I was one of those kids that wanted one of those Cabbage Patch dolls. My parents did stand and fight in line because it was kind of the Black Friday hot item. That was the year that was, hot item for Cabbage Patch. And my parents did whatever, and I got a little boy Cabbage Patch doll. And not this one, but he's back there. And he's in my bedroom. But my parents stood in line and got him. So I was one of those children that lived through that time frame. So I'm very partial to Cabbage Patch as well, and Strawberry Shortcake. Those was my age. And Waltons and, all this stuff was the age that hit when I was young. And I mean, I'm still a kid at heart, y'all. And so been cleaning on that one and his clothes, and I've still got to clean on him himself. That's what I'm doing tonight. And now I've got their clothes off. They have their clothes. But like I said, I'm cleaning clothes right now. But these are not my age frame, but of course I love baby dolls also. I used to make, if you don't know already, I used to make baby dolls. Completely make them. I would order a kit, make sure the body is stuffed and made properly, put their head, attach all their body parts, weight them down. These are realistic looking baby dolls I would make. The only reason I stopped doing it, I sold some, but I just wasn't making enough money at it for the time I had to put in it. So if I want one for myself, I will make one for myself. And because you have to, these baby dolls are very light skinned. So to make them look realistic, like a realistic looking newborn baby, you have to actually put a lot of, paint, makeup, or not makeup, but paint on them and let it sit. It's very, very time consuming. But I used to do that. And so I didn't make enough money for the time and money I was investing in it. Now, again, if I wanted one for myself, I would do it. But, right, I've kind of laid back on doing that. But I love dolls, so I even made dolls. So just to let you know a little bit about me, who you watch. But these two are from the 1960s. I seen these babies a long time ago and fell in love with them. They was just too adorable. And, I grew up watching the Flintstones as well. So that was a piece of my, childhood history as well. But I've seen these two dolls, and now I haven't cleaned the dolls, so overlook. They're going to have a cleaning here in a little while. I've done put their. I'm in the process of cleaning their clothes at the moment, and but they're next as far as the cleaning. But these two are from 1960s, and again, I seen them and fell in love with them, and I had to have them. And I bought them years ago, but they've been in storage, and I'm trying to get everything out of storage. But this is the Pebbles and Bam Bam babies. These are from Ideal Toy Company, back from 1960s. And this is the size, both of them are 12 inches. Now they made 12, 14, and 16, 7, maybe even 18 inches. I didn't like the other ones as well, what the dolls look like with the bigger size. These are the little 12-inch. I thought these was just so adorable. The only thing I need to eventually get is their bed to match it. But this is what they look like. And again, they need to be cleaned. I'm going to try to cover them a little bit with my hand because they don't have no clothes on. But these are Pebbles. Oh, Bam Bam's hiding his baby face. These are my Pebbles and Bam Bam. And these are, again, they're very old. They're 12 inches, both of them same size, as you can see. And so they're extremely, I got these a long time ago. And look how cute in the face they are. Ain't they adorable? But these was made before I was born in 74. So these little guys was probably made 10 or 15 years before I was ever born. And these are from the TV show The Flintstones. And the only thing I don't have is their doll bed. But I'm getting ready to start cleaning them after I get their clothes done. I'm going to work on them next and then dress them and put them in display here in the living room. But yet, again, ain't they just, y'all see what I love. They're adorable. And the other ones that's a little bit bigger, just to me, wasn't as cute in the face. I always thought these 12-inch sized Pebbles and Bam Bam was just the cutest. So that's kind of what I've been doing today. It's a slow process when you go to, having to deal with collectibles and baby dolls and thoroughly cleaning them because I have to go through creases, little tiny places in them and stuff. When I'm saying clean them, I give them a thorough cleaning, which I don't recommend everybody to do that if you don't know how. But again, of course, these two are really old. So it's very slow and very delicate with them too. But again, I needed to get it done. Then I'm planning on starting the painting in here. Not tonight, but I've done, it's starting to get late. We're right at 7 o'clock where I live at 7 p.m. So by the time I get this video up and everything, it's going to be not long. Caleb's got school tomorrow, bedtime's early tonight and things like that. So I just wanted to get on here and kind of share what I'm doing today. It's been a slow day, but a restful day. I love cleaning the dolls and I love messing with my dolls and little toys and stuff. Like cleaning them and fixing them and clothing them and all that. It's just, again, I know how to make dolls, so it's just my thing. So yeah, that's just really all I've been doing. Been trying to relax a little bit. I can sit down a lot what I'm doing here and cleaning them up. I can kind of set up my table and just, relax a little bit as I do it. But again, I just didn't show y'all guys because it's a very, very slow process. These are very delicate items, a lot of them. But I just wanted to again share with y'all guys what I'm doing today. Today's Sunday, by the way. And so tomorrow's Monday. Caleb goes back to school tomorrow. And so we got to get up at 5 a.m. and trying to get back in that routine again. But we've been doing very, very good. My alarm clock's been going off and been waking up very extremely well to get him back to school. And Caleb's loving school. He's actually eating supper right now. But that's the reason I'm not letting him on camera right now because he's eating. He's really enjoying it. I'd love for him to tell you that himself. But again, he's eating. But I'm amazed. Last year, he was in the smaller grades, what we consider our primary schools. And he just didn't enjoy school that much. He just didn't really want to go. I mean, he was okay. I could get him to go. It's just he didn't want to wake up, and he's just like, I could go to school or not. He wasn't enthusiastic about it. This year, he is actually enthusiastic. He's energetic about it. When I say ask him to wake up in the morning, he's jumping right out of bed, and I'm like, whose kid are you? You're not mine. This is the child I had last year going to school. But I mean, he's really changed. He's maturing, growing up, and I'm very proud of that. Very proud of Caleb for that. Like I said, the minute I'm like, Caleb, wake up. After I get the alarm clock, hear the alarm clock myself, I'll go in there and wake up Caleb, and I'm like, Caleb, get jumping right out of bed. He asked me to lay his clothes out every night, so he can grab them and put them on and stuff. And he's just right up there on it. So I'm really amazed because last year I'd be like, Caleb, get your ass, got to go to school, and all that. This year I don't even have to tell him. He's done jumping on it, ready to go. So I'm very, very excited about this year because Caleb is really, I feel like matured a whole lot. He was super happy about the first day. He's still happy after the second day. We've had 2 days of school now, Thursday and Friday. Thursday is the first day of school, Friday. And then, of course, we got the weekends. I know that's kind of weird. They start back so late in the week. You'd think it started on Monday, but it don't. It started on a Thursday. So he goes back tomorrow, and he's still excited. He's not saying nothing about early bedtime now since school's gone back. Of course, summer I was lenient. I let him stay up later than normal school days. And he's very energetic, not complaining like he so much did last year. He wasn't never real bad, but still he's a lot less this year. And so I'm very, very, very surprised and amazed and proud, very proud mama moment here of how he's just waking up to go to school. And he's offering to do it. Not that I'm having to put in so much effort like I did last year of having to get him to do it. So very proud mama moment. Just wanted to share that with y'all. And this year he's in the 4th grade. So he went from 3rd to 4th. So maybe that's a mature time frame for a child in their life. So anyway, I just wanted to share that part with y'all, my proud mama moment as well. But I just wanted to let y'all know too, again, what I've been doing. And it's a slow thing, cleaning stuff up that's been stored back, getting it back on my shelf. I'll give you a quick at the end thing. Well, let me just do that right now, and then I'll get right back to y'all. I'll show y'all my other V items. I got a thermos. Those are 2 puzzles in the back. Of course, my doll, I haven't put it back on here yet. It'll go in between the puzzles. And there's the trading cards. They're still all in there, never been opened. Okay, my next shelf, mostly movies, but there's a Back to the Future card that hadn't been opened. And it's the DeLorean remote control. Caleb's books. So if you did go to my Amazon wish list, that's a lot of stuff like that. It's Caleb's books and stuff. Here's books I have for my age frame. And then up here is Strawberry Shortcake, the ones I cleaned up today. Then there's Flintstones house. See this little size gremlin? I got that when I was a little kid when Gremlins first came out. That's something I had since then as well. So that's the one they call Stripe and Gremlins. Here's the book Cammie signed. Here, let me reach here. I'll take it down and I'll show it to you. Well, I'll fix this back when we get off here. Sorry. Let me go down just a little. Here's the book. Try to open where she signed it at. There's where Cammie signed it. The one that played Elizabeth Walton. And I'll open one page and here's John Boy and Elizabeth and her rabbit. And see, it's Elizabeth's birthday. So anyway, that's the little golden book. I'll fix my shelf when I get off here. And Sorry, didn't mean to. This is Walton's picture I got. They're signed by the Waltons. I don't know if you can see it or not. Here's another book of the Waltons. This one's the main one is Jim Bob. These are Caleb's little, when we was camping a lot, these little campers that we got for him. Caleb's pencil trimmer. And this is another collectible I'm keeping. I'll show it to you. This is Opryland. Let me explain about Opryland. Let me go sit down real quick. But it's a bale, but it's from Opryland theme park. And if you don't know, let me explain it. Hang on. Just wanted to share a quick picture of what Opryland USA theme park looked like. Here is their photo of it. I'll explain Opryland to you since I got on the subject. Opryland was a theme park in Nashville, Tennessee. It closed down, I think, in 1997 or 1998. I didn't look it up, so it was around about that year. Everybody, of course, I'm 65 miles from Nashville. So everybody would go to Opryland. From where I live at, would drive down to Opryland. You know, you could do it in a day. Even when I was in school choir, we call it chorus, but you may call it choir. I was in the school choir, and at the end of the year, that was our big field trip. We'd all go to Opryland, and we would sing. A group of us kids out of the class would sing at the Roy Acuff Theater. Opryland was located right there where the mall is. It's a Gaylord Mall, Opry Mills Mall is what it's called. And Opryland was right there. And the Grand Ole Opry and Opryland Hotel is all right there together. So Opryland was connected to kind of all of it. And the country stars would go in Opryland and sing. And of course, people would get to go hear free concerts going in Opryland. Not everybody, but a lot of them. And a lot of them, that's how they got their start, from what I understand, was in Opryland. But of course, Opryland had rides. And, you know, as a teenager, I loved rides. Who didn't? You know, as teenagers or even adults, we all love theme parks. But for some reason, and it was open for years. I mean, my whole childhood was going to Opryland, you know, at least a couple of times a year. Once with school, and then, you know, my family would go as well. And I know even my husband's Michael, his family, they had season passes. His father was able to get a season pass because my father-in-law worked for WSM Radio, which that's the Opry radio station. So they had, I think, free season passes, what Michael said, to Opryland. So anyway, we everybody loved Opryland. Then all of a sudden, 1997 or 1998, they closed it down to build a mall. That didn't make no sense. To this day, everybody I know have ever talked to, why? Why did Opryland close down? Why did they do it to build a silly mall? Don't get me wrong, I like a mall, but I didn't want to give up a theme park for a mall, put the mall somewhere else. And I just think that has been the strangest idea ever since I heard about it. Since 1997, 98. When they said they're closing down Opryland, it was like, what? You gotta be kidding me. Opryland is closing? I mean, I remember riding my first upside down roller coaster there. That was the Wild Bash Cannonball, y'all. Man, that thing was fun. I mean, I probably wouldn't ride it now. I'm scared of heights, and I don't like to be jerked around now like I did then. But the Wild Bash Cannonball, it was famous, a very famous roller coaster. Man, that was fun. I remember one time when I went with my school, they had actually closed Opryland down at a certain time for the rest of the people coming in. And only us school kids was allowed to be there. they had it down, shut down for a few hours. So after we got through singing at the Royer Cuff Theater, and I think it was at that moment, we got to go, and Opryland was just open to us. So it closed early to the public, I guess you could say. It was just only open for us kids. I remember I'd go ride the Wabash Cannonball, and they told us, they said you have to actually get off of it and go around and come back on. And of course, we're young. We didn't care. We had energy. So I'd get off of it and turn around and walk just around and ride it again. I probably rode it 10 times that night. And the Old Mill Scream, it was a water raft ride or water ride. Grizzly River Rampage was very famous. It was one of the first, probably first whitewater raft rides. It had a bear in it. I don't know what happened to that old bear. It ate in the mall that I know of, and so never knew what happened to what happened to the bear that was in that. But man, that was a great rapid ride. And you'll go in this cave, and all of a sudden, as soon as you get in this cave, this bear is going to be in there. It was cool, and I would have still loved Opryland to this day. It was just unique. It had a train that went around the park. Adults could ride. Everybody could ride it. I mean, Opryland had everything going at that time. Then all of a sudden one day, everybody heard, oh, it's shutting down. We're putting a mall in there instead. We're like, what? Really? You gotta be kidding me. And anyway, that was the end of Opryland. But I do have that bell now to remind us of Opryland. That bell was probably a souvenir people bought, when I found it actually at a yard sale. As a kid, I didn't get to get so many souvenirs because I didn't have a lot of money. I didn't have a job. And, my dad would give me money to drink on, drink it like a cold drink or get something to eat when I'd go with school and stuff. So I didn't get to buy a lot of souvenirs from Opryland, but I did get that at a yard sale a long time ago. When I seen it, somebody was selling it. After Opryland actually closed down. Not long though. They had only been closed down a couple of years, and I've had that bell since. So I always wanted to keep it. But just thought, if you didn't know the history of Opryland, look it up. It was called Opryland, USA. And now it's a mall. And it's Opry Mills Mall, exact location. And again, it's all connected at the Opryland Hotel and the Opry House, the actual Opry House where the country singers sing at, the Grand Ole Opry. It's all right there. So anyway, but yeah, if you've never heard of Opryland though, it was a really booming theme park back in the day. And all of us kind of local area people that went there was just super shocked. So, and Google it. If you need to, Google it, Google the rides. It was really a cool place. But that's a collectible I have now from when Opryland did exist. So anyway, I just wanted to get on here, share what I have been doing. I know this is a little bit more different. It's not a cleaning video, but just talking about me cleaning stuff and what I cleaned or am going to clean. There's just most everything's, again, a slow process. So I didn't want to bore y'all with just watching very slowly cleaning in between creases, and didn't want to bore you with that stuff. So I really appreciate y'all guys joining me today. I want to get y'all some kind of video out here, and I'll be back for tomorrow for another video because I'm trying to do a daily video for y'all guys. I'm one of those YouTubers, and I will tell you this real quick. I want to, if I'm able, health-wise, I want to put out a daily video. I enjoy doing it for y'all guys. I enjoy making the videos, and I enjoy y'all getting to watch them. Behind my camera here, what's back here, y'all can't see. Y'all can't see my camera. So behind it, I feel like I'm looking at y'all. And I'm just sitting talking to old friends here. Like we're just, again, sitting out on the front porch and just jibber jabbering, So I'm just a country girl. Born and raised right here in South Central Kentucky. I live in an old mobile home. I bought brand new 20, Yeah, 26 years ago. So I'm just an old country girl that I live just as normal as you do. I'm nothing fancy, nothing special, or nothing like that. But I'm just me. But I was born and raised to treat people, everybody fair, and try to be nice to everybody. My daddy raised me like that. So just kind of saying, you know, I try to be real open and honest with y'all. So I want to try to put out a daily video for y'all. I'm not one of those concrete content creators. And I'll leave that little funny moment, right there where I missaid that word. I won't cut it out. And I'll let y'all hear my little blooper for the day. But I'm not one of those content creators that, I know I could put up maybe a membership and, get people to purchase it every month to get more income coming in. But, I try to be fair to y'all guys because everybody out there, I want to watch my videos. I want my videos to be there for if 100 people watched it or 1 million people watched my video. I want it to be out there available for everybody that don't cost you a penny because YouTube's free. I mean, unless you purchase like the TV channel, you get like we're not trying to say like Dish Network, you can get YouTube kind of the same way besides that. But watching my videos is free. And I know you can get like channel memberships and people put up a video once a week or once a month that you pay for extra. But I don't want to do that because I want my videos to be available for free to you. So that's what I'm saying. I want everything to be free to y'all guys. So you can do a daily video, and watch my daily videos. And I don't want stuff to be kind of kept secret and private for just certain people that you have to purchase and all that. Just that's not what kind of content creator I am. I enjoy doing this for y'all guys. I'm not doing it yes, I love it when AdSense pays me. Of course, everybody loves to make money. And the more viewers I get, the more money I get. It happens. But I'm not like some of those creators that create content to put it on memberships and such as. And then you can't, watching it for free, you can't do that. Then you won't know what I have to say, or then you're being like, I'd have to buy a membership to know what that video is about, and stuff like. I don't like that because I want my videos to be available for everybody. So I try to do all of them for free. Um, I feel like adding a membership really isn't fair to y'all guys. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with y'all and what kind of person I am. I don't know what brought that to my mind, but just kind of thinking, I want my videos to be available to everybody. But I try to do a daily video as long as my health, doesn't prevent me from doing it. I try to make a daily video for y'all guys. That way I can give y'all something to watch. And all my videos are for free. You can go in there every day and watch and see what we're up to around here or what I'm doing every day or whatever. I try to add that stuff. So anyway, I know today ain't nothing extra special, but wanted to get on here and give y'all a little video and chit chat how my day's been and what I've been doing and share my stuff with y'all guys and share my collectibles. So I hope y'all have a great day. Maybe tomorrow's video will be a bit more exciting. I hope so. But I still hope y'all consider giving this video a good thumbs up. And if you're new, consider subscribing. My normal videos are about my mobile home life here. Fixing up my old mobile home. My homestead here, I have about 4 acres of land. I'm a widowed mom. So, and I've got a minor child still at home. I've got grown kids too, but I do have still a minor child that lives at home. I became a widow almost 2 years ago. Just briefly, if you're new to my channel, I want to tell you about me. So, but I am in the process. I'm fixing my home, getting ready to paint this wall behind me. And so anyway, and plus got to get a new couch after I do that. And I'm trying to fix up my home where I bought brand new 26 years ago. I'm trying to make it new looking again, just like when I bought it. So I hope you join me and subscribe to my channel so you can watch that adventure with me. And I've got a lot of past videos too. If you ain't never seen them, check those out too. So anyway, I'll see you all in tomorrow's video and y'all have a great night. And thanks for listening to me. I appreciate every one of y'all and all my subscribers. Much love out there to y'all guys. I appreciate y'all so much and your true and kind words. I'll quickly, we'll say this real quick. I done a grocery haul video yesterday and y'all was so kind, nice. It seemed like everybody enjoyed that video. So thank y'all so much for that too, by the way. If you haven't watched it, check it out. It's a grocery haul from 3 stores. So anyway, we all got to save money and try to catch deals and things like that while we grocery shop. Groceries getting high, y'all. So anyway, thank y'all again for watching me. Y'all have a great night and see you on tomorrow's video. Maybe it'll be a little bit more better, kind of more adventurous, doing something more activity. But anyway, y'all have a great night and I hope you did enjoy this video.